Don't believe what you see on TV. Africa and Ghana are a beautiful country, a beautiful continent.
Yeah.
We have visited other countries on the continent since we've been here. It's a beautiful continent.
Yeah.
The people are nice. It is safe. Safe is in Ghana it's the safety I feel here is a really sort of amazing.
Yeah.
It's not what you're used to in America at all. I've been wanting to move out of America and come to the motherland for many years, 15, 20, 30 years. I was like,
wow.
The people here are so nice. You guys are so nice.
Thank you.
Too nice.
And so it's like I'm comfortable with the people that are around me.
Yeah.
The U.S. is fine if that's the race that you want to run, but I don't. We didn't really want to live there any longer because of the politics, the injustice on people. It was really getting really bad.
Yeah.
And I am looking for peace, and there was none in America. People in America think that you come to Africa and you're going to be scammed. The scams that you can get in America, my poor people, old people, my poor mama, they call her, they be trying to get her to give them her social security.
God.
There's scams everywhere.
Yeah.
Come to the motherland. Come buy lots. Come to the motherland because it's so peaceful. My goal, my prayer when I was in America was like, let me lead my family to the motherland. And it's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I can't go back to America. There is the only reason I'm going to America is to see grandbabies.
And that's it.
Put my mother to rest.
That's it.
That's it.
Hi lovely people, welcome to the Royal Kingdom Estate platform. My name is Ajwadi. I'm going to be your host for today. This is the Motherland series. If you actively watch our platforms, you know what the show is about. For the sake of our new audience, this is a show where we interact with the general public, mostly our clients, and then we get to listen to their experiences on the Motherland Ghana. Today I have a very wonderful couple with me. They're going to be my guest. I'm going to be talking to them, listening to their journeys, getting conversational. It's going to be quite the ride. So buckle up. Together, please help me welcome Gregory and Bridget. Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
You're welcome to the Royal Kingdom Estate office. It's very wonderful to have you today.
Thank you.
We like to start the show by, taking a trip to the lives of our guests, listening to your background. So I understand you're from the US.
Yes.
That was where you were born, raised. Yes. You lived for most of your lives.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about the living experience over there?
The U.S. is fine if that's the race that you want to run, but I don't. We didn't really want to live there any longer because of the politics, the injustice on people. It was really getting really bad.
Yeah.
And I am looking for peace, and there was none in America, so it was time to go. So
for how long did you feel like this?
I've been wanting to move out of America and come to the motherland. For many years, 15, 20, 30 years. I was like,
wow.
Yeah, we're going to go there. But I was coming as a visitor.
Okay.
And then as America went to hell in a handbasket, I was like, oh, let's go live. And we have a friend who's been here 20 years now.
Okay.
And Irv, my brother. And he came to America in 19. We had this community block party where we grew up.
Okay.
And so we all go to the block party. And I was like, come, this is 19, just before everything.
Wow.
And he's like, come, y'all need to come. Y'all need to come. I was like, yeah, we're going to come. We're going to come. And then, the world shut down. And so when it opened back up.
That was after COVID.
Yes, after COVID. My husband retired.
Okay.
We said, okay, what are we doing? So our two youngest sons had moved. We lived in New Jersey, had moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta is a pretty brown city. So it's like, oh, okay, let's move to Atlanta. It's nice. It's a nice brown city, but the weather there is not. I was thinking I'm going to get warmer. And it wasn't warmer.
It wasn't. It was too cold.
It wasn't cold. It was wet.
Oh.
And yeah, it's muggy. And I was like, So when the two youngest got married, we were like, let's go see Irv. And so we came to Ghana. We were here 2 months. And as soon as we got here, Irv had to leave. He's like, I'm going to America. I haven't been here in 3 years. I need to go see the doctor.
Wow. When you got here?
When we got, he stayed with us 8 days.
Okay.
And we were staying 2 months. But he got us a nice condo in a nice gated community.
That's lovely.
And he showed us around. He took us to the locals, and he took us to the groceries and, said, hey, Uber works here. And he left, and which was fine, which was actually perfect for us, because I can't depend on Irv. I have to be able to.
Right. You have to learn to navigate on your own.
So we did.
Okay.
And it was great.
I can imagine. That is wonderful.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the two of you as a couple. How did you meet?
Oh, that's one of my favorite stories.
Tell us, please.
January 2nd, 1979.
Wow.
I walked into a club. I was 16.
Club?
Yeah, I was 16.
Okay.
I walked into a club with my girlfriends.
Okay.
And Gregory was over there, and he had his back to us. And we walk into the club, we cute.
Yeah.
And he turned around and looked me right in my face. And as I always say, he looked at me like a biscuit with hot syrup. And just followed me. And
is this true?
Yes, just say yes. And that was that. He followed me to my seat, and he's just been there. But
wow.
I was 16, and I was not ready for no real relationship.
Right.
But yeah, that's how we met.
That's
in the club.
Amazing. Since 16.
I was 16.
And you've been able to stay together this long.
Yes.
What would you say is the one thing that has aided you through your lives together? Kept you bonded this whole time?
For me, the idea that love never fails.
Right.
And so if we lead in love, we should be good.
Yeah.
God said love never fails, so just lead in love.
Yeah. And Gregory?
The same thing.
The same. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So we just stay together.
That's wonderful.
Because love never fails.
Yeah. And now you're in Ghana. I understand it's been a year and a half?
Yes, a year and a half.
Wow.
Yes.
And the journey has been great so far.
It has been adventurous. Adventurous.
I like that word.
Yes,
Adventurous.
Gregory and I are different on this. We moved to Ghana because a happy wife makes a happy life, and a happy home makes a happy husband.
Exactly.
So I was unhappy. So, okay, we moving to Ghana. He's like, all right. Yes, we can move. So we got here, and as soon as we got here, things happened. We got here January 28th, 29th. We left 28th, got here the 29th. February 6th, Gregory was in the hospital.
No.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. No. Yeah, he was in a hospital. He was sick. He was, which was an experience. They took us to Trust. We went to Trust Hospital.
Well, one thing I say.
Yeah.
You know how, back in America, we say in Africa, they say, you don't want to get sick because, stuff like that. But that's not true. That's not true.
I'm glad you can speak on that.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. So they took us to Trust and in Osu, the main one. And it was like, this is a dungeon. But because of our American standards, and I've been here, 7 days?
Yeah.
But the service was fine. We were referred by a good doctor. They took care of Gregory.
Yeah.
When he had to have his treatments, they took him to the new hospital. And I was like, oh, why aren't we staying here? But that wasn't a place to stay. So it was an experience, but he got well. The doctors took very good care of him. They kept me in the loop because Trust is far from where we live. And so I had to go on a regular basis, but they would call me in the morning and let me know that he was fine.
So there was no problem with the health care?
No, the care was excellent. No.
Okay.
No, and my family said to me when I told them that Gregory was sick, are you coming home? I was like, no, I am home.
The perfect answer.
I got to figure this out.
Yeah.
So we did. He got well. And so let's say by the beginning of April, he was well.
Yeah.
And I got sick.
What?
And then I had to have surgery.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh, my family's like, are you coming home? Like, I told you, I am home. I'm going to figure this out.
That was bold of you.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't go back to America. There is the only reason I'm going to America is to see grandbabies.
And that's it.
Put my mother to rest.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was an experience. I had surgery and everything. I had to meet doctors, find doctors, interview doctors. I did all my due diligence. I looked at 5 or 6 different doctors. And when I found the one I liked him immediately.
Right.
And he was like, I saw him on Friday. He was like, I'll see you on Tuesday. I said, you sure will. Tuesday, the food in the hospital here is fantastic. Oh, the food in the hospital in America is disgusting. It was fantastic because we're eating what you eat. You know, even when Gregory was in trust, we're eating what you eat. The food was good. We went to a Crown Medical Center.
Yes.
Very nice. They were like, you want a private room? I was like, yes. Very nice room, like a hotel room.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is nice. I had a nice bed for him.
Like 100% service.
Exactly, 100% service. So people are like, oh my God, you got sick and it was fantastic. I tell anybody, the money that if I had went home, let me rephrase that. If I had went to America, the money I would have spent on copay and airfare was more than the money I spent for the surgeries here.
Wow.
For both of us together.
So you would say that the living conditions here is much more easier than out there.
It's easier. The people here are so nice. You guys are so nice.
Thank you.
Too nice.
And so it's like I'm comfortable with the people that are around me.
Yeah.
I keep my circle, nice.
Yeah.
And it's so peaceful here. Everywhere I go, people look like me. This one right here reminds me of my son.
Oh.
And so I look at them like, I see my sons, and so my goal, my prayer when I was in America was like, let me lead my family to the motherland. And it's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
You're able to live much more freely, and I would say be yourself. Experience you.
Yes.
While feeling the kind of safety that.
Yes. Woosah. It takes a while. This year is the first time that in my life that I am totally at peace. Like, I'm good. I don't need anything. I don't need to go anywhere. We are retired people and we are acting like that.
Yeah.
We go where we want to go, but we don't go anywhere. It's all good.
It's all good. And Gregory, how has your experience been so far?
It's going.
It's going. I like that. It's going. It's heading somewhere, but on a positive basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Basically, if I was here, if I was back in America, basically I'd probably be doing the same thing I'm doing here.
Right.
Basically. So,
Yeah.
Was
it tough convincing him to come?
In 22, when we first came, it was tough convincing.
Right.
But what I did was I started watching YouTube videos, Expat Life Ghana, Tony and I, those are my people. And I started watching them. I watched them for like 3 years.
Wow.
And so Gregory kept saying, we're not going to Africa. We're not moving to Africa. I'm like,
before you go on, Gregory, what was the main thing that was hindering you to accept the fact that you're coming to Africa? Was it something you saw in the media that you didn't like, or you just...
this thing thought about going to Africa. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We traveled, but Africa had never been on our... We had never made it here.
Okay.
So I just said, watch these YouTube videos with me. So then he started watching them.
Okay.
So he watched them for a year.
On.
Exactly. So he watched for a year with me. And then Tony and I are very informative. And so once we started, both he's like, oh, okay. And then he knew Irv was here.
Yeah.
And he hadn't met Irv, but I've known Irv all my life.
Right.
And so he was like, okay. And then, no, but really wasn't that easy. There was like a fight and there was tears and there was drama. And because I was like, I gotta go. So, yeah, but he was like, okay, we can go for vacation. We can go for 2 months. My son got married. They were honeymooning. We were out. Like, because we were living with them in Atlanta. Because we were going to stay in Atlanta, going to buy a house.
Yeah.
He was like, no, we got to go. Let them have their house. Let them have their honeymoon. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's what
so it was
did.
like a short trip. Yes. Initially.
Yeah. 2 months is not a short trip.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was long enough for me to figure out that I could be here.
Yeah.
Comfortably. And I was very happy about that.
I see. That is wonderful. So you've been our clients, but most importantly, how did you find Royal Kingdom Estates? Most of the people that I asked, they say through YouTube. Was it like that for you as well?
Yes. I found it through YouTube because Tony and Io had come here. Yeah. And I followed them, of course, like I told you. And I always wanted to live in a Brie. A Brie was on my list.
Why?
Because it's cool. Okay. It's hot. It's hot down here. It's cool up there. Yeah. Hot makes me grumpy. Right. And so it's cool up there. The air is fresher. It's just the roads are better. Yeah. The greenery is nice. It's nice up there. And so when Tony came in, he talked about a Brie. I was like, and I talked to Tony, and he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about going up there. Okay. I'm like, okay, let me go. So then I started watching YouTube videos again, and I really started watching. And it was like, oh.
You liked what you saw.
Yes, exactly. Desmond is a good salesman.
Yes.
Yes. And so we said, okay, let's go see what we can see.
And then you went ahead and then purchased your plots.
I purchased a plot. Yeah. I purchased a couple of plots. Yeah. Yes.
How was the service for you from Royal Kingdom Estate?
My service has been very good. I have nothing to complain about so far. So good. When we first came to look at the plots. Yeah. We came 2 days before we were going on a trip. We came with my cousin from America. And he was like, okay, yeah, we're going to buy a plot. So he's going to buy a plot too. Okay. And so the service has been, very nice. I call, somebody answers. Gertrude's probably sick of me, but it's okay. Yeah. But we get it. Everything is moving in the right direction. Okay.
That's amazing. Gregory, it's been wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That is amazing. Yes. Okay. So what would you say to anybody that's out there in America that isn't as comfortable out there like you felt when you were there, and you're looking to move, probably settle and spend the rest of their lives in Ghana? What advice would you give to them?
Don't believe what you see on TV. Africa and Ghana are a beautiful country, a beautiful continent. Yeah. We have visited other countries on the continent since we've been here. It's a beautiful continent. Yeah. The people are nice. It is safe. Safe is in Ghana it's the safety I feel here is a really sort of amazing. Yeah. It's not what you're used to in America at all. I'm not afraid at all of anything. And which is a big deal in America. You're like this. Your head is always on a swivel. And to be able to take my head off a swivel like that is really, really nice. Yeah. Come to the motherland. Come buy lots. Come to the motherland because it's so peaceful. Absolutely peaceful here.
The same for you.
I would say, like everybody said, you got to come visit. No tourists. Don't do a tourist. Right. You got to come if you can, come for a couple of months or so and just check things out. Once you check things out, and then, you think about it, and then just come on over. Yeah.
It's easy. It's easy. The transition was easy, even to the food. Finding American food. I found 2 or 3 American markets where I can go and get
everything
you need. I found Jiffy. And those that know. I was like, oh, Jiffy, here, let me have 6 boxes of those. It's really very nice to be here. It's very comfortable to be here. Yeah. I've been in a situation here where in America, I would have never made those moves that I made here with no repercussions. In America, there would have been repercussions. It was not everything was good.
Yeah.
Most important, you gotta have an open mind.
Yes.
You gotta have an open mind.
Yeah.
If you don't have an open mind, forget about it.
Yes.
Yeah, leave America in America when you come.
You know,
Leave America in America.
That's
Don't come to
amazing.
America.
Yeah.
Come to Ghana thinking that you're in America.
Come with a fresh perspective.
Come looking for a fresh perspective.
Yeah.
Come looking for something different. If you're coming here to looking for the same thing, stay there. Don't come here.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something different, when you come here, you're going to find something different.
Yeah.
And it's going to take an adjustment, but it's worth the adjustment.
I'm so glad you hit on that, because mostly a lot of people come and they don't look to transition. They just look to like bring the experiences that they have there and then come and live the same way
it don't
here.
work like that.
It doesn't.
It don't work
really
like that.
does not.
And it's no fun either.
Right?
There's so many different things that you can experience here that you can't experience in America because one, it's not safe. Another, is not available.
Right.
No, another, you're not sure if you're going to actually get what you thought you were going to get. Like, people in America think that you come to Africa and you're going to be scammed. The scams that you can get in America, my poor people, old people, my poor mama, they call her, they be trying to get her to give them her social security. There's scams everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just in Africa, there's scams in America. Everywhere you go, there's going to be something. But that shouldn't be what you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you're from America like we are, we're from New York. You're not scamming me easy on dry. We're not doing that. And so, don't look for that when you come here. Look for, I'm coming to get a new experience and meet people and live with people that look like me.
Exactly. And hidden on scams, another thing that people are most skeptical about, especially when it comes to acquiring properties in Ghana. A lot of people have stories in this front, but you found us and you've been able to purchase a couple of plots. So you can share the testimony that there hasn't been any problem, no litigation, no issues whatsoever.
No issues whatsoever. It's interesting. One of the things that when we were in America with my family, we family travel a lot. We do something every other year. We have a group family event that we do, one or two. And we all talked about compound living. We want to do compound living. And so I was like, well, I ain't doing that here. So when I came here, I was really like, okay, how are we going to compound live? Are we going to live where I'm living now? What are we doing? So once we found Royal Kingdom and we decided that we were staying here and we were going to buy plots here and felt very comfortable with it. I asked a million questions 3 or 4 times. I asked them 3 or 4 different ways. I made sure I got the right answer.
Exactly.
And it was very good. So I not only have Gregory and I bought land, we actually have 6 plots between myself and our family. And that's just the beginning because last year my family came for my birthday party. I had 25 people for my birthday party. Like 7 of them were from the US. And my sister posted everything on Facebook and now they're like, you bought land? I was like, yeah. My cousin came a couple of months ago. His interview was before ours.
Right.
They bought a plot too. And so now my cousins, he's on my mother's side, my cousins on my father's side, have bought plots. My sister went out and told people. Now people are calling me and like, hey, you bought plots? No scams?
No scams.
It's good? It's like, yes, it's good.
Yeah.
Show me, what did you get? I got a few pictures from when we went to look at it. Like, oh, this is good. So next year we're having a big event. Royal Kingdom's on the list of things to do for the big event.
And we will be there. We'll be more than happy to, have this relationship with you. We are very, very big when it comes to building relationships. We're all one big, wonderful family. So looking to
part of it.
Exactly connect people to the motherland, get their dream property so we can all have the peace of mind that we crave.
Yes.
Well, it's been so amazing. I'm glad that your experience here has been wonderful so far.
Yes.
And I
you.
pray that it continues to stay so.
Thank
and
you.
your experiences just keep building and building. So you have amazing testimonies
Thank
for
you.
the people out there.
Building and building our house.
Yay!
Yay! Our compound living.
Yes. When you're done, I'll come visit you
Mhm.
and then have some chips
Yes.
and wine
Yes.
or
Yes.
anything that you give me.
Yes, there'll be. Yeah, I'm going to have vegetables grown. There'll be plenty of things to choose from. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I look forward to that.
Thank you so much
for talking to
It was
us.
my pleasure.
Guys,
Thank you.
I hope you've had an amazing time. We've listened to their experiences. It's been really, really, really nice. And there's so much to take out of this. So, we'll continue to bring you wonderful content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Like the video, share it. We still have plots that are selling on all of our developments. We have Great City, we have The View, we have Black Star Village. If you want to join the family, please just contact us on all of our channels. We will help you out. Enquiries, whatever, questions, flood us. And then we'll make sure that you acquire your dream property without hustle. Thank you so much. Stay glued. We'll be back with more.